Hello. Welcome to Thursday, our final day of the week to meditate together. Let's get that a little bit. There we go. Thanks for joining me today. I hope we get enough, meditation energy so that it can just bring us through the weekend. We can have a lovely Shabbat and come back together next Monday for what might be a stressful week. It is our final day for the Torah portion, Lech Lecha. Lech Lecha is one of the great Torah portions. Abraham. Next week's my bar mitzvah portion, so we'll get into that next week. But Abraham was one of these biblical characters that was stalking me throughout my life. My bar mitzvah was Abraham. Every little Devar Torah I had to do in rabbinical school was about Abraham. For some reason, they all kind of came in this time period, and I felt like Abraham was stalking me. And one of the Divrei Torah that I did in rabbinical school was this idea, right? And we asked the question: do we look for our character traits in biblical characters, or do we look at the biblical characters and try to have the character traits that those characters have? Like, does it go? Which way does it go? What I thought, that's just a side question. What I thought we could think about today as we finalize our Lech Lecha is we've talked a lot about kind of what we need to do to move ahead in our lives, what we need to do to arrive wherever it is that we need to arrive. What is happening on the journey? What do we need to leave behind? What are the things that need to happen in order for us to grow? And indeed, what are the elements that need to occur in our lives to allow creativity to flourish? And that one I actually have found to be quite fascinating. The idea that when we're made uncomfortable is when our creative juices come out. And I was talking about the pandemic and how the pandemic has really forced people to be extremely creative in what they're doing. But I wanted to do something a little bit different. I may have done it several months ago. The phrase Lech Lecha is not controversial, but there are varying translations and therefore interpretations. So Lech means to go. Lech mipo would be like get away from here. Lech mimeni, get away from me, which isn't nice to say to anybody. So lech is to go. Lech lecha. Lecha means for you, to you. So it's kind of like, it could be go for yourself, could be go to yourself, which is, I think, what we did on Monday when we talked about the three things that you had to leave was, right, your father's house, the land, and the place where you were born, and we turned those into kind of spiritual realms. That kind of, I think, had to do with that. Go to yourself, go to that essence that's inside of you as to who you are. And that could have been what Abraham was doing, right? Going towards his dare I say, destiny in life, or his what he was meant to do on this planet. And then there's go for yourself. Rashi says it means go for your benefit. Do this so that you benefit. And that is what I would like us to think about today. What do you need? Where do you need to go? That doesn't mean I need to go to, Texas. It doesn't even mean that you need to go to any place. How do you need to proceed for yourself so that you have what you need to live in this world? I like to say with peace and harmony, but not everyone values that, and that's maybe not the most important thing, because you're going to decide. What do you need to do for yourself? we've approached this a couple of times where I think I looked at it like, what do you need right now? And it was things like be patient, be soft, be strong, be, and that you'd say that over and over. And each breath, be soft, be soft, be soft, be strong, be strong, be patient, be patient. And you say this over and over and over to yourself. And as you continue to say this to yourself, it begins to be manifest in your life. I think of it, this repetition of saying things to yourself. I always think of the people who, in their family, their parents are always putting the person down, always saying negative things to them, telling them they're worthless. You're worthless. You're worthless. You're worthless. If that's said enough to me, I'm going to feel I'm worthless. And so, does it matter who is saying to you, you're worth something? You have great worth. If I were to say that to you 100 times, you'd start to believe that too. So it doesn't matter if it's someone else saying it to me or if it's me saying it to myself. I can convince myself, and I don't think it's a negative thing, to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. You say it enough, and you become patient. That which we hear in our heads, that whatever it is that enters inside of us, that can latch on and become a part of who we are. And, if someone says I love you to you, if there's someone you know that cares about you, it changes the way you think about yourself. How many movies have you seen where the person, someone breaks up with them and then they spend the next week, holed off in their apartment, no lights on, binge watching Game of Thrones and eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream for the entire time? Oh, that might have been something I would have liked to have done. But anyway, they're depressed when they're doing it. And then all of a sudden someone loves them and their life changes and it opens up and they become luminous and loved. So what is it that you need to do for yourself? Lech lecha. Go for you. This isn't a grand thing that we're thinking about today. You. What do you need to do to go for yourself to receive benefit? For yourself to feel better? For yourself to gain power, if that's what you value? Or to give up some power, if that's what you value? Only you can decide what it is that you need for yourself. And no one can judge it, and you can't judge it either. Well, you can, but I'm asking you not to, inviting you not to, right? Whatever it is that you feel right now you need, that's okay. It's absolutely okay. You're saying it to yourself. You're pulling yourself out of darkness, perhaps. I like to think of it more positive. You're pushing yourself or pulling yourself into light. What do you need for your benefit? Lech lecha. Go. Do for your. So that's something that I think we can consider. And in addition to just thinking about your breath, I think every once in a while I'll say, okay, let's, what is it for your benefit? What's for your benefit? And then whatever you need to say for yourself. Be this, be that, have this, have that. You could even say go, go to my family. Go to my family, if that's what you need. Make up with my friend, if that's what you need. I don't know what it is that would give you some sort of self-satisfaction in your life right now. What it would be to make you feel better that we have this election coming up and none of us know what's happening. What would make you feel as if you're more connected with the people around you even though you can't leave your house. All of this is weighing all of us. And the world is not the same, and we are different, but we're still us. We're still the same person we were, and we have those same needs. So let's get ourselves ready for our quiet time. We'll start with our breath, just regular breath. Don't fix it. We're not trying to push it. But today is for us. Today's for us. It's like, right, a little pat on the back or a little pushing, right? Some of us might need to be pushed a little bit. I don't know what you need, but I think you might know what you need. Let's just allow things to be as they are for now, in terms of our physical environment, what we hear, what we feel. And remember, when we meet on Sunday, we fall back, we turn the clocks back. I can't tell, I don't even know, do we lose an hour of sleep or do we gain an hour? I think we gain an hour of sleep, which is lovely. Here we go. We just breathe regular. Notice our breath filling up our stomach. How it goes back down when we breathe out. With each breath, we enter into the three aspects of our soul in a way. The neshama is the breath in. The nefesh is that hold between the end of the breath in and the beginning of the breath out. And then ruach is the breath out. All three stand for our spirit, for our soul. And all three are a part of us. Our breath, breathing into our body, holding it inside our body, and then letting our breath out. Those three aspects of our soul work together to keep us alive. If you'd like to start to lecha, lech lecha, go for yourself. What is it that you need right now? And on each breath, just offer that to yourself. It could be just a suggestion. It could be a way to be. Be calm, be excited, be patient, be soft, be strong, be flexible, be creative. What is it that you need to really be on your journey? I'm sure your mind has come in to take you away from your intention. So let's just bring ourselves back again. So if you'd like to just bring yourself back to the breath, by all means. If you'd like to bring yourself back to that intention, please bring yourself to that place again. And it doesn't have to be one word. You can ask for several. Whatever it is you feel you need right now to benefit yourself as you're living your life. last several minutes together, I invite us all to ask for certain feelings. On Thursday, we ask, may I feel joy? May I feel whole? May I feel joyous? May I feel wholeness? Any combination thereof. Joy and wholeness. May I feel those things. May I feel joy. It's really hard to get there during the crisis we've been in. And it is one of the, as Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav tells us, it's one of the hardest spiritual endeavors of all, is to find true joy. And one of the ways to get there is by saying, may I feel joyous, may I feel joy, may I feel whole. You know, you just, Nachman of Bratslav would say we should sing, or we should dance, or do something silly, and that to joy, but may I feel joyous. May I feel whole. May I feel joyous and whole. Just say that to yourself with several breaths. May I feel joyous. May I feel wholeness. May I feel whole. May I feel joy. If you'd like to invite someone to come be in front of you in your mind's eye, you can offer these words to them. May you feel joyous. May you feel whole. May you feel joyous and whole. May you feel wholeness. May you feel wholeness. May you feel joy. A couple more breaths on them. Let's bring it back to ourselves, if you would. I invite you to offer on each breath joy and wholeness. Joy. May I feel wholeness. May I feel wholeness and joy. Now let's just go back to our breath. All of our energy, our concentration on the breath entering our body and leaving to help others. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you found stillness and peace, and lech lecha, go for yourself, for your benefit. May you feel joy, and may you feel wholeness. Have a wonderful night, beautiful Shabbat. Be sure to set the clocks back Saturday night before you go to sleep, and we'll see you next week